Hey, my friends, what's going on? Hey, it's Gene. Get up, get out with Gene. Hey, listen, I was seriously going to do a video outside earlier today. I went and took the dog for a walk around the lake right near our house, and it was very windy. We had some storms coming in, and the wind was kicking up, probably gusting like 20, 30 miles an hour. So it wasn't gonna happen. So I just did everything I had to do, and I just thought, I'm gonna just sit on the couch and chill and just shoot a video from right here. So whatever it is, you know, I know it's boring. The scenery, the couch, it's a great couch. Feels comfortable. You know, my wife picked out a great couch. So I appreciate that, you know, and the fact that I can just sit here and do a video without any other worries. I got dogs here, cats, everything, you know, and no worries about the outdoors. So how are you doing today? How are things going for you? Are things going good? I hope so. You know, I'm trying to find if I don't do anything with my hands, it's just me sitting here looking boring. So I should do this, right? No, but anyways, so I'm thinking today, how are you doing? That's what I really want to know. You know, I like to get on the social media. I like to see how people are doing. I like to ask how people are doing. You know, I actually genuinely care about the goodness of the humankind, you know, and sometimes I'll post stuff where I'm wondering about people with the same problems, or people, and same people have the same problems every day. You know, it's kind of the same old situation, right? You know, and I'm not really dragging anybody down, and I'm not feeling like I should delete those people or anything like that, because some of these people are actually people I care about, friends, you know, that I've had experiences with throughout my life, and I feel for them. I feel empathetic, and sometimes it just bugs me that same people that I care about post or comment or whatever with their same old problems, same old situation, day in, day out. It's one thing or another, the politics, health, or money, or the job, or the relationships, whatever, you know, and it's just the same thing. And what's that saying that, you know, which insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Isn't that the saying? I think that's the saying, right? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over, and this goes to social media or whatever, people posting the same problems over and over, the same people with the same problems. You know, it's insanity. It's insanity, because they're expecting different results or something to come from it, I guess, you know, or maybe it's just a release. And I'm not really wanting to bitch at people for doing it, because I do it too, and then I find myself deleting it or whatever, because somebody will come to me and be like, dude, what are you thinking? You know, or my wife definitely will be like, no, look at it this way. And I really appreciate that, and I love her for it, you know. Pardon me. So I don't edit these videos. Have I mentioned that before? I don't edit these videos, so if I get a burp, a little indigestion, you know, it happens. I went to Moe's Southwestern Grill and got myself a burrito and tortilla chips, and that's probably why I'm not healthy anymore. The burrito was good though. I mean, it had rice and it had vegetables, and I had some, what are they called? Yellow peppers thrown in there. So that's more vegetables, or are they fruit? Peppers, right? Vegetables, all right. And the salsa and stuff. So it had all the goodness in it. So pardon me for having a little indigestion right there. But anyways, it's the same old situation, even for me. I've been complaining about the same thing for probably the past year, feeling like I'm putting on weight, I'm not feeling as well as I used to. I'm not doing things like I used to. I'm not going to the gym. I'm not walking as much as I used to. And there's many reasons behind that. You know, there's many reasons, and I can't just point out one particular. So I'm going through the same old situation, and maybe I don't post about it on the social media, but I probably complain about it a lot to my wife, and she has to hear it, and she's probably like, yeah, you're saying the same thing over and over, and you're not doing anything to change it. So what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What are we gonna do? How do we stop the insanity? How do we stop this insanity that we're going through? I don't know. I think the best thing to do is, I don't know, maybe I need to get off social media or whatever, but I do find it important, and I find it has a good role in society when good things happen. I find that I'm able to help people or listen to people or talk to people. I'm able to share these videos on the social media. I'm able to do a lot of things, you know, just reach out, you know, connect and all that type of thing. You know, I don't have a lot of like real close personal friends. My circle is very small, you know, but in the social media world, there's more and more people out there. I've got, you know, as with everybody, we've got friends from way back in high school, you know, friends from now, friends from work, that type of thing. And being a musician, you know, just networking a little bit or doing this thing, networking a little bit to try to get these things out there. So I don't really want to give that up, but I don't know. You know, I just hope that I can help somebody, you know, whether with these videos or, you know, anything that I'm doing in life. As I always say, you know, if we can just help one person today, that'd be great. You know, but, or maybe 2, 4, 5, sorry, 5. But as I said in the previous video, you know, a lot of people just don't want your help. They don't want to hear from you. You know, they don't want what you have to say. They don't think what you say pertains to them, maybe. You know, so it's a very difficult situation to be in, especially if you feel, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by other thing. If you feel for people and just the community as a whole, you know, like I do. And that might be a bad thing. It's just the way, I'm not going to say I was raised. I think that's just the way I'm built, you know? And so I hope that helps, but I hope that everybody that has these crisis drama or crisis every day of some sort that post about it on Facebook, find a better way to maybe just solve the problem, you know, instead of complaining about the problem. You know, we like to complain, especially about, like, say, politics and the politicians. You know, I don't know why we put so much faith in politicians and waste so much time and energy posting about how much we love this one, how much we hate that one, what color this person's hair is, what color that person's skin is, whatever. Who cares? Who cares? That's just my point of view. You know, I just don't have time for all that. I don't have time for all that. But I hope we can find a way as humankind to maybe use the social media and the things that we have at our disposal for good things, for good purposes. I mean, I have a group page for Get Up and Get Out, and it's supposed to be about, like, just posting uplifting things that motivate, inspire, whatever, like I do with these videos, like I try to do with these videos, you know, and that's all that page is about. And sometimes it's a little hokey and cheeky with the memes that come across, and that's okay, because you never know, you know, something you post that's good or might be hokey or whatever, you know, might just help that one person, or one person just might need to hear that at that moment or read that at that moment. Maybe that one person, that'll help change them. They're stuck in that insanity of just trying to do the same things over and over and expecting different results, right? Like, so I think it's good that if we try to put goodness out there, if we try each day, hey Biscuit, what you barking at? If we try to put the goodness out there, you know, see if we can help other people in one way or another. I think genetically or spiritually, maybe. I think spiritually is actually a better word. That we're all built spiritually out of goodness, you know? Whether you believe in God or you believe in the universe or whatever, there's a reason, I believe, that we're here. I believe in God. I believe in creation of man and the world and everything, that there's a reason for us to be going about the way we are. And as long as some of us keep putting out the negativity, keep putting out the anger, the negative energy, that, I don't know, pardon the noise the wash is going to. You can tell it's real, man. It's the real thing here. It's the real deal right here, sitting on the comfy couch. But as long as, you know, people keep putting out the negativity, I think it's going to just drown us. But I think that we're all built spiritually to be good, to have goodness inside of us. Even I've seen some of these negative people, some of the negative people out there that I'm even friends with, that I feel for, you know, do good things. I've seen these people do good things. I've seen these people be at benefits. I've seen these people help other people, you know, in physical ways, in emotional ways, in spiritual ways, you know. But then they turn around and post about their negative, or their lives, and how hard it is and how negative it is, but they don't want to change. They don't want to change. Here's the thing that I get, and what I've tried to do mostly is when I see these negative comments, I don't delete people or hide them or anything like that, especially people that I care about, you know, but I just ignore it. But I mean, I don't comment, I should say. I don't ignore it because obviously if I read it, then it gets in my head. And maybe that's a bad thing. So maybe I should hide them. My wife actually had commented that she will time out people or whatever. I'm not even sure what that means because I've never done it. But, just to not see it in her news feed. And then in her news feed, she says that all she has in there are positive thoughts, positive people, or people saying good things. I totally respect that. I think it's a good idea. I might have a hard time doing that, because I can't let go. And maybe that's my drama, my experience here is that I invest too much in things that really shouldn't have any effect on me. Does that make sense? I mean, and I like to look after the people that I care about, the people that I, have gone through life with or whatever, or shared experiences with, that type of thing. I like to look after those people. So I'm not sure I can hide people like that. And I'm not saying it's wrong or right or whatever. I don't know. Who am I to say? But all I'm trying to get at is if we can all do a better or more, if we could all do more in a positive sense. Haven't I always said that? I think I say that often, don't I? And I find that, I have posted things that have been negative. Heck, I just did it yesterday about a situation with that concerns my music and the music scene and stuff. And a couple guys, got on there and kind of set me straight. And another buddy of mine had actually messaged me and, was bringing up other things or whatever. And all of a sudden I was like, it was pointless. What good does this do? What good does me letting out this frustration on the Facebook do for me, for anybody else, for the community, for the whole, around us? Come here, biscuit. So I just took it down. I just took it down. So I thought, one thing I do, and this might seem hokey to some people, especially guys, because you know that I work part-time playing with the dogs right now. It's, what is today? June 20th, 2019. I always said 1919 or 1999 or something. But it's June 20th, 2019. So I work part-time with the dogs. It's just something I like to do. It's not the most financially beneficial, and that's okay. Not really the reason why I'm doing it, but I like being with the dogs. I like taking pictures of the dogs, and they make me feel good. I like any photographer or musician or artist or whatever that creates something, and even if it's just a picture of a moment in time, a snapshot of a moment in time, I feel good about capturing that picture, and I like to share it. And some people might think it's hokey. I've had tons of people tell me they appreciate just seeing those posts every day. If I post like some of today's faces or friends from Dogs That Play, I'll put it out there and people dig that, and I'll tell you what, and not that numbers mean anything, but more people like, comment, respond, whatever, get joy out of those posts than even my music post about, hey, I'm gigging, or anything negative that might come out of this brain and onto the fingers or whatever, So, that's the way to go, I think, and as I said, a lot of people think I own the place. I don't own the place. I work there part-time, most mornings, during the week, and I enjoy it. I enjoy being with the dogs. A lot of people say, and I sometimes agree with this, that I like being with dogs more than I like being with human beings. And people might say, well, Gene, why are you trying to help people? Or what are you doing even with doing these videos or anything like that? If you don't like human beings. I'm just saying, the dogs get on my nerves too. Some of them will scratch down your back, jump on your back, jump on your front, trip you up, poop everywhere, get in dog fights, slobber on you, lick you in the face, whatever. But I enjoy that. And I just feel that if I get the chance, even at the job, we take pictures and post them on the Dogs That Play Facebook page. Every day we take couple hundred pictures, whatever. And we post them on Facebook so the owners can see like their experience or their dog's experience, while being at doggy daycare. But I, on the side, use my phone here and take pictures. I mean, sometimes a lot of pictures just to get a good one. So I like doing that. I think that's a good way to, I mean, that's just an example of how we can use this social media thing that we all love to hate, that we all love to bitch on, that we all love to do the same old thing, same old situation, right? Every day. This thing, I think if we can find a way, something like that. I mean, I started these videos just because, the Facebook Live thing came along, and I was walking, and I was like, hey, let's try this out. And I just started carrying the phone in my hand, it's shaking, I'm walking, and it's bouncing, and people complained about that. Who wants to watch your shaky videos? Okay, cool. Whatever. I told people, just don't watch them. It's that easy. But, I started, and that was just a thing. I was kind of growing in a direction. I had just gotten a little bit healthier, and I wanted to walk, and I was reading good books, and I was being around good people, and I was being inspired and motivated to help others. The most important thing is to help others. So that's why I started doing that thing. And again, a lot of people probably thought it was hokey, like, oh, you're just trying to sell vitamins and your health and wellness, whatever. Please, whatever. Again, I've said this before, I don't think I sold one vitamin from 540 some videos, okay? But I like doing this. Hey, if you want help with your health and wellness and I can get you on the right track, I'll do it. Hit me up. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do that as well. That's another part-time business of mine, trying to help other people with their health and wellness. I work with dogs. I do a little data entry accounting work one day a week too. It's just something different. That doesn't really help anybody. It's just a paid job, It helps me pay my bills. But so I want you guys to think about today, if you're one of those people that complain, I understand. I've been there. I've been negative, especially when I'm drinking and stuff. And we had the social media. Oh Lord, I'd wake up in the morning the next day and like, oh God, what did I do last night? What did I say on social media? What did I say on Facebook? Did I talk trash to somebody? Was I depressed? Was I bummed out? Who wants to read any of that? Who wants to look at any of that? And I think a lot of people do it, and I'm just going to say this bluntly, a lot of people do it for attention. Yeah, I get attention from doing this thing. I do, and it's nice. It's nice. I'm not going to lie to you. It's nice. Everybody wants a little bit of attention, right? It's nice. It's okay. But I think when you're seeking attention out of a negative situation, that's not okay. It's not a good thing because you're just pulling people into some dark cloud, some dark mess. You know what I mean? What about pulling some people into the light? Pulling some people into the goodness, the sunshine, just pulling people out of a funk. How about that? How about thinking about, today instead of me complaining about something, and this made me think of something. My wife got me to read a book. I think she bought it for me, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's about complaining. And maybe I need to go back and reread that because I do complain. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not an angel. I'm not perfect. I don't know if angels are perfect either. But I'm not perfect. I've got my flaws as well, and I like to complain about things. But I also do what I can to do better for the commonwealth of this world, right? So I have this book. It's about complaining, about stopping complaining. And it's a good story, actually. And it's a very small book. Dang it, I can see my book. I'm sorry, I'm looking across the living room here. The books are over there. And I can't remember the name of it. So if anybody knows, my wife watches, knows the name of the book, drop it in the comments, please, here. Because I think a lot of us could use this book, So I think a lot of us, as I said, are stuck in this world of complaining about their situation, their life, the bad things that have happened to them, the bad things that are happening to them, and it draws some energy to them because we all need that energy. I think it's just the attention energy, I guess, right? That's a new thing for me. We all need the attention energy. We all need that in some way. We all want some attention from somebody or something, and whether it's a mass group or we want the attention of an individual or our pets or the people on the streets, whatever, That's why we honk our horns when we're driving, right? So some of us really pull on that attention, but I've noticed that some of them people that do that don't have anybody commenting, following, liking their post anymore, and they're just off in a whole nother world by themselves, and that's not a good place to be. It's a rather dark place, and I don't want anybody to be there. I've been there. I know what it's like to be in that dark place. I know what it's like to be up here. Sometimes I think maybe it's better to be up here so you don't have to deal with out there. But I'll tell you what, even all the craziness out here in the world is better to deal with and have around you, especially if you find good people to be around you, than it is being stuck up here in the mind. That can be a dark place for some of us. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's a good thing. Well, it is a bad thing. I'm not going to contradict myself. I've been told I contradict myself a lot. I'm going to try not to do that. But being stuck up here is a bad thing. And I think, and I know that some of us are in depressive states or in some state of just unhappiness. I think there might be a difference too between unhappiness and depression. I'm not going to knock the medical field or anything like that necessarily, but some people are on pills that don't need to be on pills. Some doctors like to prescribe pills to somebody that says, hey, I'm unhappy about a situation. I've had this happen to me. Let me tell you just a quick story, and I'm not going to name places, names, anything like that, but a time ago, I went to the doctor, my doctor, and I said, hey, I'm feeling unhappy about this situation right here. I'm just feeling not good about it. I'm not handling it right. And the first thing that came up is, well, maybe you're depressed. Maybe you need to be on these pills. So I said, okay, I've been there before. I'll try it again. Maybe it'll help. Maybe it won't. Who knows? But I went, well, first off, looking back on it now, I'm not happy that the first thing that was brought up was, hey, maybe you're depressed and you need to be on these pills. I think there's a total difference between unhappiness and depression. Depression is a chemical thing that's going on in our bodies that, we might need pills for, or we might need to exercise more or something like that, or get something in us that helps change that chemical reaction or releases the endorphins and that type of thing, And then there's unhappiness, which I think unhappiness can be worked out of on your own in a communal level or on a communal level, on a spiritual level, getting around the best people that you can. I think being around the wrong people will make us unhappy, will totally make us unhappy. And it'll create the same old situations over and over again, right? Right? So this is what I'm thinking, that I'm not going to knock if you're depressed and you need to be on pills. I get it. I totally get it. I'll just say that. All right. But some doctors like to push pills, and, you can try every pill in the book, and they might even push even further dosage because you're like, hey, doctor, and it's just my situation, just to say, hey, doctor, these pills are making me feel this way and even more depressed and even more in a bad state. And the doctor says, hey, take more. Take more. Like, well, I wasn't feeling that way before I was taking them. I was just unhappy, But the doctor says, take more and take more. Somebody's making money. I don't know. What do you think? And maybe it's not the doctors, but somebody's making money. Huh? Big pharma. Just saying. But I'm not knocking it. Some people do need it. Some people have some serious mental issues that, can be talked about, and it's not a joke or anything like that. Some people have some serious chemical imbalances in their body. We just say to people, they're crazy or they're chemically imbalanced, like it's a joke or something. And it's true. Some people are chemically imbalanced. I might be a little bit also. I find myself that I get unhappy in situations. Do you do that too? Because I find a lot of my friends, or a lot of people I see, that I might feel empathetic for, might be unhappy in their situations, or they're feeding this routine, basically feeding the same old situation over and over. It's insanity, right? It's insanity that just keeps rolling over and over. It's like the snowball thing I've been talking about with trying to do better things, but instead it's negative, and they keep feeding that monster, and it's just going and going and going, and it gets so bad that nobody wants to communicate with them anymore, and they get up here and they get in a very dark place, and then maybe just then they might get suicidal or just do something very wrong, against the community or society as a whole, you know? And it might not just be a chemical imbalance. It may. I'm not a doctor. I can't say. But I'm just talking from my experience and what I've seen, what I've been through. But, you know, maybe, just maybe, there's some unhappiness level there. And if you're one of them people, like I've been there before, if you're unhappy at a time, maybe it's situational. For me, I always feel like my depression or unhappiness is situational. You know, times are good when I'm walking, hiking, and with the dogs, you know, doing fun things with the family and the wife, you know, going here, there, everywhere, you know. But then there's other times when, you know, something might make me upset, or somebody might bring me down, or I might be in an argument with somebody I love, or somebody doesn't listen to my opinions or the way I feel things should be. I get down about it. I take it personally. I get butthurt. Yes, I do too. You know, and I think that leads to unhappiness. I think we all get butthurt, obviously, because a lot of people are hypercritical on the social media. I've noticed, you know, that people take things way out of context a lot of times. So I think there's a level of depression, chemical imbalance that people need help with. Do you mind if I get a drink of water? Hold on. Hey, cheers to. Oh, look at this. My wife makes me drink out of this. I'm from Maryland. I'm a Maryland Terrapins fan, but I'll support my wife by drinking out of this cup with the Duke emblem on it. I'll support my wife. I'll do that. I'm thirsty too. But hey, she supports me. I support her. You know, but I don't think I can cheer on the Duke Blue Devils. I'm sorry. I'm a Terrapin. Come on. But anyways, so I think there's a level of depression that's up here where you might need to be rebalanced with pills or whatever you need to do. But I think for a lot of us, probably most of society, we're dealing with unhappiness. And I think one of the best things to do, and why I started the video, and when I was doing really good with feeling really good and all that stuff, it's because I was walking all the time. I was exercising. Pardon me. Again, Moe's Southwestern Grill. Oh, Lord, that burrito was good. But anyways, they should pay me because they haven't given good service lately. I'll say that honestly, too. The kids that work there. But anyways, it's a whole nother story. But anyways, I think if we're dealing with unhappiness, and I know it's not easy to do because sometimes it's good to just get stuck in bed. It feels good, at least. You know, it's not a good thing to do, but it feels good to get stuck in bed, resting, moping, chilling, watching Netflix, whichever. I understand that. I've been there. I understand it. So I'm not saying what you're feeling is wrong. There's no wrong here. But I'm saying if you can get motivated enough, or if you can find the 5 right people to be around with, I think Jim Rohn had said, you know, surround yourself with the 5 greatest people you can find, and that's going to be your influence. That's what's going to lead your life in the right direction. You keep hanging around the 5 wrong people in your life, you know, you're going to go downhill. I'm telling you that. And I know I didn't quote Jim Rohn correctly because I can't quote people. I'm not good at quoting things. But anyways, there's a level of unhappiness, and sometimes it's difficult to get out of those funks. Sometimes we might have to go through it for a week or 2 weeks or a day, whatever it is. You know, hopefully it doesn't last too much longer than that. If it does, then maybe, just maybe, you might have a chemical imbalance and you might need a pill or something just to even you out a little bit. Maybe, you know, that's for you and your doctor to decide. I'm not a doctor. But if you're just struggling with unhappiness, situational, same old situation, unhappiness, going on and on and on, either find a way to get out of it the best you can. I know that people struggle with that too. I'm not saying it's easy, you know, but find the best way to get out of that situation. If it's just a health issue, if you're just bummed out by yourself, you know, not to belittle it or put that down, but if you can find a way to get outside in the sunshine. You know, I'm fortunate enough to live here in Wilmington, North Carolina, where we have beaches all around us. I don't visit them as much as I used to. I wish I did, you know. Get up, get out, and walk. What started this whole madness with get up and get out is me saying, get off your ass, get off the couch, stop eating the Cheetos. I remember saying that from maybe my first video or right at the beginning. Stop eating the Cheetos, put the bag of Cheetos down, get up and get out, you know, and get out the door. You know, put your shoes on, put your walking shoes on, your running shoes, whatever you got to use. Get out the door and walk just a little bit. You know, 15 minutes if you can, 10 minutes. If you have issues with walking, it's hard. Okay, if you're overweight, I understand, but you're gonna have to start somewhere. It just takes one step. It just takes one step. You know, that staircase may be going and going and going and going and going, you know, or that road may just seem long and it's winding and it's going, you know, that way and this way, but it just takes one step. That's all it takes. You take one step, it'll lead to 2, 3, maybe 4 and 5, and then however many more. The first day, you know, and then the next day, try it again. Take another step. One step. It's all it takes to get yourself out of that same old situation, you know. Maybe you need to count down. This is counting up. But maybe you need, can you bend that pinky down? Count down from 10. I heard this by a motivational speaker too. Count down from 10 and blast off into whatever you need to do. You find it for yourself. You find it for yourself. I can't do it for you. I'm just here to hopefully motivate you a little bit, inspire you to get up and get out and do some things. You know, I can't do it for you. Your neighbors can't do it for you. Your loved ones can't do it for you. Your friends can't do it for you. You don't want to listen to them anyways. You know, you're not going to listen to anybody telling you to get up and get out and do anything. You're not going to listen to me. So why am I doing this video? I don't know, but because maybe I'll help. But just take that first step. Take that first step to get yourself out of the same old situation. Because I see some of you just repeating and repeating and repeating. It's insanity. I tell you again, it's insanity. You're repeating the same old situation over and over again. I want you to get out of it. I want you to get out of it. Because some of you have helped me get out of my funk. Some of you have helped me. My wife's helped me tremendously. My kids have helped me tremendously. My family members, my friends. You know, when I've been in a funk or I've said dumb things on social media or I've just not wanted to work well with others or whatever, I've been pulled aside and gotten straightened. You know, somebody straightened me out many times throughout my life, you know, because I'm only 20-something. And you know, it hasn't been that long, but long enough, right? I've been straightened out many times. And I hope, you know, maybe you can take this message that I'm sending to you today. Take this message. Listen to it. Just take one step. Get out of that same old situation. Get out of that funk. Get out of that insanity that's going over and over. Stay out of here. Get out there. You know, get up, get out, and do your thing. You know, we're all put here for good reasons. I believe that. Whether you believe in God, if God tells you you're put here for good reasons, it's the truth. You know, the universe will tell you because it'll show you that you're put here for good reasons. Get out there and make a difference. You know, God put you here to make a difference. The universe put you here to make a difference. Whatever you believe in, I don't care. I don't care. You know, I know my beliefs and that's that. You know, and I don't need to push anybody into anything, but there is a bigger picture going on here. I'll just say that. There's a bigger picture going on here, and it's telling you, maybe even through me right now, it's telling you to get your ass up and get out. Get up and get out right now. All right? Can you do that? I want you to get out of the insanity. Stay out of here. Get up. Get out. Oh, before you do that, put down the bag of Cheetos. Get off the Netflix. Stop binge watching Law and Order. That's a good one. Or Criminal Minds. Or whatever. You know, get up and get out. All right? That's what I got for you today. I hope this helps. Hope you find this, you know, in a place of peace. Or even if you're in a place of darkness, I hope this video helps you in some way. Or if you know somebody that this video might help, please share it. Please, to God, share it. You know, I need this to get out there. I need to help more than just you. You know, I want a bigger audience to help. Honestly. Honestly. I'm like that. I'm selfish like that. I need a bigger audience to help. All right? So that's what I want to do. I thank you guys for joining me in the living room, our living room today on the comfy couch. Sorry, the dogs and the cats didn't want to get in the video. I hope when you're watching this video, you feel inspired to either get up and get out, help somebody else, smile at somebody else, help somebody out of a funk. If you can, they may not listen to you. They may not want to listen to you. It's the way it is. Just love them. That's one thing my wife keeps telling me, just love them. Because I get angered, I get mad when people don't respond the way I need them to respond. Not fitting my ego and what I need. That's a whole nother, maybe that's another video. We can talk about that. But just love them. Love them. All right? Let's get out there. Let's get out of the repetitiveness. Let's get out of the same old situation, out of that insanity, you know. Stop putting the negativity out into social media because that's our world right now. That's the world we live in. It's just the way it is. You know, maybe try to get out to see some people. We got to deal with the craziness out there. It's okay. You can do it. I can do it. I force myself to do it every day. You know, let's just go do it. All right. How about that today? All right. Share this video. Get by my website, GuGoGene.com. Share it with all your friends. Come by. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. Help me get this message to a larger audience. Please. I can't do it on my own. I need your help. I need your help today. Okay. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Hey, peace and chicken grease. See ya.